we're fortunate to have you on the line today. We know you don't get released for another what is it, about 30 months, but we're glad we can have this 20 minutes. Tell us where you have been at with your musical career.
Really, January 5th, on some real shit, I was released from the penitentiary of Utah, Draper, and all throughout my stay, poetry and everything was kind of like what got me through it and what helped me release in a positive way. So I got out. I clicked up with one of my day ones. His name is Grim. Shout out to Grim. Timothy Person, my boy. So anyway, he was just like, look, man, here's what I'm doing music. He showed me some tracks. He did shout out to my name, and it inspired me. And I started with the music and started showing people what I was about. Freestyle, cypher, didn't matter. And people were like really like stay positive with it and keep going with it because you got something that you could make some work with, man. And so really I don't do it for like I'm trying to come up and make money. I'm doing it for my family and for my state, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really met anybody or heard the success come out of state through hip-hop, through music, so that's what we're doing right now.
I like that a lot, E.T. Tell us where your name came from.
My name is Eric Thomas. I've been called E.T. for years. You know what I'm saying? 4th and 5th grade, like my own mother calls me E.T. You know what I'm saying? So Eric Thomas, it ain't saying my government name, but it's the initials E.T. You know what I'm saying? And we up there. We're extra. Everything we push is extraterrestrial.
That's great. That's great. So I have a question. Being locked up, I see on Facebook and stuff the inmates having the cell phones inside the facility. Now, when you guys record with those, how is it? Does it the quality and does it work?
As far as
how do you get the tracks out?
The only time I've ever had a phone was in incarceration. Ain't really incarceration because it's a halfway house. But there was a few times where you're in the pen and shit floats around recordings and basically. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah.
So basically, but I'm going to tell you like this. My homie Grim is very talented as far as making something with a Samsung device and an Xbox Live headphones. So shout out to him. And, all my tracks have not been through a professional studio, and I think that's what makes it unique and makes people want to tune into that. So, Xbox Live, shout out to Xbox Live headphones and Samsung Galaxies, man, on the real. So.
Hey, man, that's an excellent tip. You know what? That Xbox microphone is great. And to hear a musician represent Microsoft in that headset, that's awesome. Matter of fact, we're going to put a link for that. I like that, DG.
Yep.
So, what digital media platforms are you on? YouTube, Reverb? Tell us what you got.
Actually, man, I was blessed to get in contact. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mandela, man. You can find me. I have a Google account, and I have links, and we just got this started up. And all you got to do is Google E.T. the Artist. E.T. the Artist. Google that. My account will come up. Like I said, this was made yesterday, this account. Now, I will have a song put on there today, and that's a promise. That's on my word. And without my word, I ain't a man, so you guys will see something coming from me today.
Great. Let's see. So this fellow Grim, for all you listeners, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. Where are you calling from, E.T.?
I'm calling from Ogden, Utah, representing the O. Ogden stands for ounces, grams, dimes, and even nickels.
You know what? I Googled Ogden, and it said Ogden, the town of bicycles and book bags. Is that true? Like, we have a lot of blacks down here, but you guys have a lot of bicycles and book bags there?
You know what? I'm going to tell you like this, man. People get it twisted because it's Utah. It's popping just like in any other state. We might be a little outdated as far as what goes on, but I tell you what, it's everywhere, and it's here, and I've lived it, and everything you guys hear on a track coming out of my mouth is something I do or have experienced.
Okay, so, you know what? Unfortunately, last month, 250 people got killed in Chicago in a single month, and they blame the rise of trap music on Chief Keef, and there is a backlash against the gangster genre of trap music. How does that relate to you and your projections for the future?
Well, like I said, music is a way to express yourself, and it's hard out here in the streets if you really are living it and doing it. So, I mean, as far as in influence, I mean, this is hip-hop we're talking about, and there's so much history, and there's so much things to learn about. And, I mean, nobody can blame nobody, you know what I mean? Blaming. You don't blame. And, hey, man, I represent the hustle, the struggle, and trapping because that's all I've lived in. And, I mean, shit, it is what it is, you know what I mean?
All right, so I have one question. You're still behind bars with a little while ago. I've been there, so all you got is you got your trays, you got the mail, you got the newspaper, and you got the telephone. Is there any way to express yourself over the telephone besides just a regular old telephone call?
You know what? Like, who you're around, you know what I'm saying? Me, and, shout out to my nigga Seven, Chief St. Louis, GD. He's the one who helped me through my time and helped me through death, who helped me through, motherfucking haters trying to get at me, slice me, and you know what? Put on that motherfucking instrumental. I fucked with the Cash Money instrumental. It had every instrumental from Cash Money costing $50 through a fucking Walking Horse catalog. So, man, that's where I really started. Like, maybe I could go somewhere with this. Not even on like a I'm getting signed type shit. I'd rather be independent. I'd rather be in the trap happy or miserable and have all that money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. This telephone line that we're communicating on and that all our listeners are listening to, it is developed in Utah by a fellow named Parker Jennings. And when I think of inmates of notoriety, I think of T.I. And I think it would be wonderful if he was incarcerated and there was a scheduled time where all his fans could call in and listen to it. So far, this is going pretty well, isn't it?
It is, man, and it's a blessing to have this opportunity given because I mean this is what gets people out there, you know.
Yeah. So, did the penitentiary give you any guff about this number approval?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, so this is a 77075 music, and we did give you a local extension 801 to call in so you could get through from the penitentiary. But in terms of having the penitentiary approve a number for an inmate, what do you think they thought when it turns out to be a conference line? Did they scratch their heads or?
You know what? All it is safety and security precautions, and they do what they do just to make sure that everybody, and including an inmate, is safe. So, I mean, they're probably like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But honestly, everything's recorded. So, I ain't saying nothing about nothing. I ain't fronting. I mean, it's a conference line for hip-hop, for music. And, anything to get into, shit, I got approved for me to order a fucking crochet kit. I mean, so if as long as people are happy, that they're trying to help you get through your time. So I mean, they're probably like, wow, probably even called in to see if it was what it was. But yeah, it all worked out.
Nice. So yeah, this is 77075 Music. This is based in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna go ahead and put on a beat right now. So let's see if we can get this going.
Yeah.
You heard that ringing?
I hear it right now.
Hello?
I hear you, homie. But yeah. I just hear ringing, G. But I still hear you, which is, I don't know.
Okay, due to technical difficulties, we're going to have to end this call preemptively right before we see which number this goes through to. Because we're telephone gangsters, baby. Here we go. Thanks for subscribing, and let's chop and screw this up.
You hear me?